All 8 live-action Spider-Man movies are coming back to theaters to celebrate Columbia Pictures' 100th anniversary. Now, this is amazing for Spider-Man fans across the globe, but then also for people that maybe didn't see some of these movies in the theaters. The first Spider-Man movie came out in 2002, and I was only 4 years old, so I never got a chance to actually see it in the theater, and actually sitting down watching this thing on the big screen is going to be like watching it for the first time. Here's the official release schedule for the 8 movies. So it's going to start with the Raimi trilogy on April 15th, and then we're going to get one movie every single week following that. So it's going to go to like Spider-Man 2, 3, then Andrew Garfield's movies, then Tom Holland's movies. And this is just amazing. Like, as a major Spider-Man fan myself, like, he's easily my favorite superhero. Just going every week to the theater and watching these movies on the big screen again is going to be so nostalgic. Especially the Tobey movies, because I was very young when they all came out, and it's just going to be nice to revisit them in the cinema. And a lot of people are speculating that if this re-release goes really well, that Sony might consider making Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man 4 and maybe Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man 3. We already know Tom Holland is going to get his 4th movie no matter what, basically, so we don't have to worry about him. But just imagine this re-release goes very, very well for Sony. They would be looking at this like, oh, it's a no-brainer to greenlight a Spider-Man 4, an Amazing Spider-Man 3, and so on. Andrew Garfield absolutely deserves an Amazing Spider-Man 3. And then Spider-Man 4, I think, is going to get made no matter what, because Tobey Maguire, Sam Raimi, Kirsten Dunst, Thomas Hayden Church, everybody is talking about Spider-Man 4, so if the re-release goes well, especially for the Sam Raimi movies, I think Sony's probably going to make Spider-Man 4. And we've heard from behind the scenes that Sony really wants Andrew and Tobey to be in Spider-Man 4, and they want to make it this big multiverse Spider-Verse movie again, just like No Way Home. And then we also know we're obviously going to get all 3 Spider-Mans back in Avengers Secret Wars. It just makes sense. So I think it would be awesome to give them all another movie, and then I think it would also be strategic to build up the hype for Secret Wars. If we get Spider-Man 4, Amazing Spider-Man 3, and another MCU Spidey movie right before Secret Wars, that thing is going to break so many records. And Sony's going to make a lot of money, and we know they're kind of hurting for that cheddar right now because of the losses of Madam Web, and then Craven's probably going to lose some money, Venom 3 might make some, but they need a big home run, and if you have a Spider-Man 4, Amazing Spider-Man 3, and another Spidey movie, you're going to make billions. So I'm really hoping that this re-release for all 8 of the live-action Spider-Man movies goes extremely well, and Sony just opens their eyes and sees the dollar signs and realizes we gotta make more Spidey movies. So guys, let me know down below in the comments if you are going to go to the theaters to watch some of these re-releases for Spider-Man movies. I am 100% going to be there for the Sam Raimi, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies. Those movies just shaped my whole life growing up, so I definitely need to watch them in theaters. We're getting this absolute peak origin story, one of the best comic book movies of all time, and then Spider-Man 3, which I actually really like. I remember watching this one in theaters, and it was before there was assigned seating and everything. People were lined up at the theater door, and they like rushed in to get their tickets and seats and everything. It was a great experience. I know this movie is a little goofy, it's a little campy, whatever, but I don't care. I really love Spider-Man 3. I'll probably check out The Amazing Spider-Man 1 and then probably No Way Home as well, but not all 8. But yeah, I am super excited for this re-release, guys. Let me know if you are too. And also, let me know if you think there's a chance for a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 4 and an Andrew Garfield Spider-Man 3 if these re-releases go well.